Hello, Scorpios. I hope you're well. We're doing water signs today for the readings, and this is the collective Scorpio reading. I'm just gonna shuffle, gonna spread them out, and then I will pick the cards for you. I made the mistake of assuming that Spirit wanted me to pick more cards in my last reading that I recorded, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick these cards, and you know, what's supposed to come out is what comes out. Oh, me over trying to predict things. Nah. Oh man, yeah. All right. I like how your cards feel. They're looser. It feels like you're understanding. Even if you don't like it, you're understanding. That's how it feels. That's such a weird feeling. But you like it. You like it? Why did that come out? You like it? You like it. I don't know why. You like it. That's for someone. Okay. Yeah, you're flowing. You understand it. All right, let's get started in it. Wow, there's already... I don't know. Whatever comes out is what's supposed to come out. That's what I believe. Of my mouth. You know, I don't... Once I'm here, saying you don't have to explain it, they understand. All right, we'll get started now. Okay. Okay. So you got a couple more cards. This card wanted to come out too, so, right? Yeah, they'll bring this out too. Okay, cool. This is the... Okay. So what we have here... I think there's a potential that... Someone's asking for confirmation. What I'm getting is someone is asking for confirmation about the loving situation that they're in right now. Okay. Wow. Yeah, okay, so we have the lovers here. Lovers above all other things is what I'm getting. It's above, it's the way that Spirit placed it is higher, so it's on the top of your head. King of Wands in the reverse is in the recent past. Yeah. Okay. So the court cards are the energies around you, and with the King of Wands in the reverse, the upright king is great, but the reverse is a bit, the energy is blocked or off balance. This is when the king's ego spirals out of control. He's overconfident, destructive, overly dominant. He doesn't care about how others feel because he's only concerned with what makes him feel good. Reversed, he morphs into someone who's bossy. Just like the Queen of Wands reversed becomes a bit of a bully. He surrounds himself with people who are weak or followers because he loves when people feed his ego. So there might be somebody around you, or this might be you, that's having this spiraling ego, overconfident, destructive, dominant personality right now. Maybe usually in your upright, you're like the life of the party. You're having a ball of a time. Everyone loves you. Everyone, they love your passion and all of that. But right now, whoever's energy this is, they are in a very, like, I guess, toxic masculinity is probably the easy way to say it, but that's like kind of their energy. So it could be you, could be someone around you. In the present right here is the Page of Cups in the reverse. So cups are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Where's the cups? And the pages and the knights bring messages. And usually it's like artistic, loving, some sort of there's a lot of love with cups, emotions with cups. So in the reverse, it is absolutely heartbreaking. This is because upright he is filled with optimism, love, and potential. When he appears reverse, something has totally popped his bubble, and he's lost in his own heartbreak. If someone has given you something, they are now taking it away. You are a lost lamb. The light of your love still burns, but it seems all hope is lost. Depression and sadness can settle in as you mourn. You will cry or maybe just feel totally off balance. The reversed Page of Cups is an invitation taken away and the first sting of heartbreak. Okay. So you might be feeling some heartbreak because of this behavior of this King of Wands. Wands are fire energy, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, if that connects at all with anyone. It could be the sign of the person that you're dealing with, or you could have it in your chart, or they could have it in their chart. And it seems like their behavior is causing you to your heart's starting to break a little bit because of some of the things that have been going on between these two energies. Or it could be somebody around you that's starting to have a heartbreak. Switch it as needed. Yeah. And you have, So in the near future, you're having this feeling that you need to protect yourself. Maybe you need to protect your heart. Maybe you need to protect. Maybe it is a situation where you need to like physically protect yourself, but I'm feeling like you feel like you need to protect your heart. You're starting to question yourself with the Seven of Wands shows up in reverse reading. Originally, you thought you had what it takes to win and move past this challenge, but the opposition seems stronger than you were originally expecting. A part of you may feel like you need to give up, and you may ask yourself, why am I trying so hard to prove myself? Sometimes when the Seven of Wands reverse shows up, this card is suggesting that maybe you should back down, but your ego has been ignited and you can't let go of the fight. Even though this could be to your detriment, there's a slightly higher chance you will lose this battle than you expected, and it's up to you to decide. Is it worth it to continue, or should you back down, even if it might be a blow to your ego? Got you. So something might be crumbling. Something might be feeling like it's not working out. Like it's your efforts feel like they're just not working out. You're really, really trying to prove yourself. But now it's do you protect yourself? Do you take a blow to your ego? Do you continue on in this fight that's not worth it? What do you do? And it's like, what's the best route? What's the best route for me, for the people I love? because I'm already hurt from this situation. I'm already been going through it in this situation. So what's the best option? And then here we have a little expansion with the eight of swords in the reverse, which represents our imagination basically getting the Eight of Swords is our imagination and fears, and our imagination enhancing fears. And in the reverse, we're starting to, I believe it's either a mixture, I'll confirm, we're either starting to open our eyes and see that, our imagination did create our worst fears. And it's not actually reality. It's just, we just expanded it in our imagination. Yeah. You've just enough confidence to peek beyond your blindfold and realize that your worst fears are just that, fears. It's not the fear that stopped you. It was you who decided to not move forward because you didn't know what was going to happen. This aha moment is in the reversed Eight of Swords in a nutshell. You can laugh now at what used to hold you back. However, sometimes the energy of this card is heightened when reversed, and your anxiety may increase to the point of panic attacks, depression, or physical symptoms. So there's a potential that you're seeing that it's just, I don't want to say all in your head, but it's enhanced by, your fears are enhanced by your thoughts, maybe negative thinking, maybe just excessive worrying, excessive uncertainty. But it's in your head. And it's not as, you were, I really don't want to say in your head, but that's what's coming to mind. And you might be experiencing either heightened anxiety, depression, or maybe I know a lot of times when I would be really anxious, I couldn't eat because my stomach would hurt so bad just because I was so anxious. I might throw up kind of thing if I felt guilty. It would really physically affect me with these emotions. So you could be experiencing that as well. But we also here have the mixture of the World and the Devil, which I don't know, I personally think these are great cards to have. I mean, the Devil isn't the favorite, but it's realistic, temptations, being tied to something. We all have vices kind of thing. So what's your vice? And will you always be latched to it, or will you be able to figure out a way to escape from it? And with the World, we have, so you might be afraid of completing the cycle. You might be very, very anxious and afraid of completing the cycle. You think it might be a lot harder, more terrifying, more just turn your life upside down than and riveting in a negative way kind of thing. But it's a fear. It's temporary. There might be some aspects of pain in this situation. It's temporary. It's whatever wounds you've been feeling. It's like the fear of getting away from these wounds that will actively continue to happen is holding you back from this completed part of this cycle. But you're making huge strides towards your goals for self-improvement, personal success, and accomplishment when the World shows up. It does vary for everyone because, everyone's story is different. And we have different things that we want to go towards. But you've been putting a lot of hard work to get to this point. And you're focused on growth, and you're focused on putting the effort into yourself and creating the best life for yourself. And I think that's also probably why there's so much turmoil happening right now, because you want the positive lover situation, because you want the good life with just this positive, loving, like, connect. But yeah, but things, yeah, you know, we're always around something that might not, you know, might give us some time to question if this is the best thing for me or not, you know. And that it's always a difficult situation to go into, to have to reevaluate a situation and be like, is this for me in the way that it needs to be? And with the devil, I'm exploring temptation, addiction, and attachments. Represents bonds, commitment, temptations, vices. There's two sides to the devil. There's good sides and there's bad sides, and even if it's upright or not upright, it'll be there. When the devil appears positively, it represents making commitments, for example, a wedding or signing an important business contract. This tie should be lasting and binding, not something you can easily break, and is very much a good thing. The devil can also remind you to enjoy life's pleasures. For example, a slice of chocolate cake after a long detox diet, and the satisfaction and reward you feel in the tiny indulgence that you worked hard for. I also just got that there's a potential that what you're afraid of is, there's like no, sorry. I was told I can't say that. In negative readings, this card can signify unhealthy bonds or addictions, toxic or damaging temptation, for example, infidelity or unhealthy patterns of thinking. The devil's appearance asks you to examine who or what the devil is in your life right now. If it is negative thinking, an unhealthy obsession, or toxic behavior or commitments, then it is time for you to cut them loose. However, this card can be a reminder to not be so hard on yourself, that life is meant to be both experienced and enjoyed. Treating yourself occasionally will not harm you, and sometimes rebelling a little against what you are supposed to do is good for the soul. The devil is very stubborn, and this card can signify that you're having a hard time letting go. You might want to consider seeking support or treatment to keep bad behaviors at bay. So this new beginning might be difficult for you, or it might be difficult for someone around you. Maybe if it's difficult for someone around you, they will make it difficult in your vicinity. Maybe not for you, but when they're in your vicinity, they might make it difficult for you. When it is in your vicinity, when people, places, things is in your vicinity. So your new start is easier when you have time to heal. Your new start is easier when you have space to understand. Your new start is easier. Yeah, it's allowing. And justice is in the reverse. I'm getting it's the overall energy. It signifies injustice. It seems like someone is getting away with murder or escaping punishment in some way. I've seen this card show up in a reading of someone wrongly accused. It can also mean that your judgment is currently being guided too much by emotion to the neglect of logic and reason. Justice reversed reminds you not to be too soft or emotionally swayed by others, or they may feel free to overstep their boundaries or take advantage of you and your kindness. Okay. Because you're in the energy, or someone is in the energy of the Page of Cups in the reverse. And that's kind of like a vulnerable situation for you to be in. And yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you could be in a situation where it's a lot easier for your boundaries to be overstepped because you're hurt. Yeah. And I think almost like because you're hurt and because of that boundaries being overstepped, like I think that might bring you to this like, is it even worth it anymore, a little bit faster? Because whatever it is, someone's like disrespecting you. Someone's making you feel not as valuable. And with the lovers at the top of the head, you know, at the very top, and it's in the upright. The main message of the lovers is actually choice, which is really interesting. Your power to choose the path you want to take. While this could mean following your heart, never forget that choosing one path means not pursuing another. Whatever you decide, let it be something that resonates completely with you. This card asks you to connect with your heart's truest desire. Be honest with yourself and others. It's time to assess what it is your heart truly desires and choose to spiritually align with it. This might be the signal you need to set time aside to heal your heart so that you can take a step towards a healthier you. Yeah. Feels like you have to choose between two paths. Yeah. And there might be love involved in these choices. I feel there is love involved in these choices. It does feel like it's connected to a loved one of some sort. But you have to choose the path that is best for you. For you. You. I'm pointing. Yeah. Yeah, because it feels like you're hurt in some aspect, and you could continue to hurt, but is it worth it? You've put so much effort into this. You've already, like, you've put so much effort into this, but if you're not reaping that beautiful effort you put in, is it even worth it? That's what I'm feeling. Because, you know, you don't want to put so much effort into a plant that, like, you literally nurtured it all day, all night, whatever, all month, all year, kind of thing, and then you come to the time where it's supposed to be bearing fruit, and maybe you get one fruit, maybe you get nothing, maybe the only fruit you get is shriveled up, and you're like, why? I put all this effort into this. Why? What's going on? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I did my part. At least I think I did, you know, that kind of thing. I put my effort in, but yeah. Well, I wish you all well. I hope that this resonated with someone, and thank you so much for coming for this reading. Yeah, I'll see you next time, Scorpios. Have a beautiful evening.